What up, Dokkaners? Happy holidays to one and all. I come with glad tidings in today's video. We are going to be talking about what is coming up tonight, and that is the Dragon Ball Super Superhero Movie Campaign Special Live Stream event. This is going to be for JP, but Global will also be getting the news on their end as well, either from a video that releases simultaneously or after the JP livestream event. However it happens, we will be reacting to it live on the channel, so make sure you guys are around if you can. This is going to be a very inconvenient time for a lot of you, as it's going to be dropping at 2 a.m. Pacific tonight on the 26th of December, which is kind of crazy. So how does that timing match up for you? Well, if you click on the link in the pinned comment, it will take you directly to this live stream page, where on the bottom left of the screen, it shows you exactly when it's going to be starting in your time zone. So right now it is photoshopped, so that's why it kind of looks a little broken. Here, let me just remove that. This is the actual thumbnail, so I photoshopped it and made it look like this. Looks a lot better, right? I agree. So for me, this is going to be starting at 2 a.m. Pacific on the 26th of December. That is 10 hours after the Dokkan's reset, for those of you who care and like to frame this in the perspective of Dokkan. For those of you who don't want to do any thinking, just simply click on the link in the pinned comment. It will take you directly there, and then it will show you exactly what time it's going to be starting. Now, the point of this video is to basically cover final predictions for the upcoming live stream, because tonight, once we find out what is going to be, once this live stream begins, we will be finding out probably the animations, the overall builds of these characters, what they do, campaign details, new events, everything that we would want to know about Superheroes Celebration is probably going to be revealed tonight. So I figured we'd make a game out of it, and we would do one final checklist as a collective to see if we're going to be right or wrong about certain things. So make sure you guys are around if you can. If you are not able to make the live stream event, then it's fine. You will still be able to catch the video that I will make on the following day that covers everything that you missed, because Global will still get their own, producer's letter. By the way, for those of you who might have been a little bit concerned about the Global version getting the 70 Dragon Stones and the free Gamma 1, Gamma 2, JP players, don't worry, you will still get this in the form of the live stream content, because Global, they've basically now structured it where JP gets the fun live stuff, Global just gets the condensed summarized version of everything that we need to know, right? So there's no fanfare, there's no extra production value. It's just the bare bones info. So that's why they are giving us those 70 Dragon Stones courtesy of just logging in. I would imagine JP will probably get those 70 Dragon Stones incrementally throughout the entirety of this live stream event. So don't worry so much, JP players. We will be getting the same treatment. There is no scenario where Global gets favored over JP. That's not the case. Don't worry about that. It has been proven time and time again. So I have 13 predictions here. Some of them are hot takes, some of them are kind of obvious, but still, I wanted to go through my predictions. Feel free to share your own in the comments down below. Let's see how many we get right percentage wise. Like, if you've got 8 predictions, if you can get at least 4 of them right from the live stream, then you're a genius. You're a Nostradamus. If you get less than half, then you're a Nostradum the other thing, right? Okay, so let's take a look. For me, Int Ultimate Gohan Physical Orange Piccolo. This is what I think is going to be dropping. In terms of typing, I feel like this is the least consequential guess. I simply guessed Int Gohan because 2 things. 1, he looks purple-ish when he transforms into Beast Gohan, and also he is the perfect counter typing-wise to the current Tech Cell Max event that exists. I do believe there's going to be a new stage to the Cell Max event, as it has been, several months now since the event came out. A lot of people have gotten used to it. They kind of understand the flow of combat. They are going to want to release something new to completely justify having the Beast Gohan. There is no reason why they wouldn't do that. So assuming the new stage has a different typing for the final Cell Max, that honestly would be the corresponding type for Gohan. So let's just say the new stage gives you an STR Cell Max. That means the new Beast Gohan will be AGL. So honestly, it should be whatever that is, but I'm just throwing out Int just for the sake of making a guess. Plus purple, and I like purple. Orange Piccolo, I literally did it just because Orange Piccolo, physical, colors kind of the same. That's literally the only reason why I did that. So if you guys agree, disagree, great. If you do agree with me, you're probably going to be wrong. So, be advised. Now this one, EZA LR AGL Super Saiyan Gohan and Int LR Perfect Cell. I think this is the perfect opportunity to awaken these 2 characters. Thematically, it makes sense. The timing could not be better. We are well into the era of the LR EZA, the broken Dokkan Festival LR EZAs. This would make a lot of sense. If you take it back to the superhero or the Dragon Ball Super Broly celebration back in 2018, 2019, they did have a double EZA that took place. Now, for one of them, it didn't make as much sense, but it was kind of corresponding to the other EZA, which did make sense, and that was the STR Gogeta. Gogeta, Super Saiyan Gogeta, is in that movie, but not this exact iteration, but still, That's why this was a relevant time to have this unit awaken. So at the same time, they had the Kid Buu because, I don't know, it's around the same time that Gogeta came out. Sure. But, you know, if these two guys can come out at the same time, this would make a whole lot of sense. Ultimate Gohan going into Beast Gohan is basically the reincarnation of Super Saiyan Gohan going into Super Saiyan 2. It is a direct callback to this moment. So this would be the perfect thing to celebrate with the EZAs. These two units have been long overdue for them. I think everyone can agree that this activation condition is literally the worst one in the entire game. So a lot of people are going to be waiting to see what they do with this, aside from overall just buffing the unit. Like the category is going to be buffed, the category lead is going to be buffed, the abilities are going to be buffed. What if this guy becomes an attack defense raising unit for both of them, maybe greatly raising on the Ultra Super? He's going to be very, very good base stat wise and ability wise. And same thing goes for the Cell. This unit doesn't have much in terms of defense, which is kind of the point, because you want to almost die to trigger his transformation. But still, in this day and age, this unit just doesn't make the cut as he used to. So they will obviously buff these units' abilities. But in terms of the activation condition, I want you guys to remember that no matter what they're going to do, it has to still fundamentally be the same activation condition. So while we all may hate the Android 16 requirement, you can bet it's still going to be there. They're not going to be removing that because of the fact that it didn't work out, because that's just not how this EZA stuff works. If you guys recall, actually, do I have Android 21 here? I do. Android 21 is the perfect example. So her original transformation condition was a 30% chance to consume Cell when HP is 50 or above, starting from turn 4. With the EZA, that changes to a 40% chance to consume Cell when HP is 40% or above, starting from turn 4. So what they basically did is they keep the fundamental concept the same, but they simply just widen the parameters, making it easier. That's basically the point. So when it comes to the Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, this is going to fundamentally remain the same. This has to remain the same because that's how the EZA works. They're not going to overhaul the unit's abilities entirely, because that completely changes the dynamic of the unit, which isn't good, because you're going to have a completely different experience when you start out with the regular Super Saiyan 2 Gohan LR versus an EZA version. They can't do that. So in terms of this being changed, I would imagine they will probably widen the parameters. HP 58% or less, they'll probably, you know, make this lower or something, you know, and then maybe they'll add something else, or maybe they make this a turn 3 thing. The Android 16 simply has to be there. What I think has to happen for this to really be a properly adjusted unit is not necessarily the conditions, but the payoff. If the payoff is worth the trouble, then I think it's okay to keep it as stupid as it is, because that's how it's going to be. There's always going to be an Android 16 condition on this unit. So if they make the transformation so busted that it's actually worth putting your team at jeopardy by bringing an Android 16 on the team, or inconveniencing you by making it something like that, then it would be worth it. So this part has to be a really, really good EZA. If this doesn't end up being a really good EZA, then I think that this was a failed unit, in my personal opinion. You guys can let me know what you think. But this guy has some nuking properties. I don't even remember what this guy does because I never see it. Greatly raising attack and defense. If they can do something like massively raising attack and defense, massively raising attack and defense here, making him like on par with the Super Saiyan 4 LR EZAs, that would be good. Give him insane nuking abilities. Dude, they better like really deliver on this one. I can't wait to see what they do, but I am very strongly of the opinion that these two units will awaken. So this guy will definitely not get much here, but he will get a whole lot here. That's my guess. And the same thing for the Perfect Cell. This unit, in terms of the condition, I kind of like it. It works. It's obviously not a reliable one, given that he has no damage reduction and no semblance of defense. So they will have to adjust his passive accordingly to make him a little bit more tanky, so that it's a little bit easier to execute the 30% heal. But they'll probably widen the parameters a little bit more for this one, making it like 40%, 45%. And then when he transforms into Perfect Cell, they will have to do something to make this guy a little bit more viable. He's pretty good. He's pretty good, but he's not, you know, modern day good. So that is my next guess. So I'm gonna put that on number 3. Cell Max Raid 1 through 100. This one's a pretty easy one to predict, considering that we've had some pretty marquee raids in the past. The last one from a movie was the Dragon Ball Super Broly one, where the Broly was the raid event. So having a Cell Max raid event makes a lot of sense. Gamma 1 and 2, we know they're going to be free, but we don't know if they're going to be a farmable story event unit. I think they're going to be, which is why this is my prediction. This isn't much of a stretch, since we already know there's going to be a free-to-play copy of them. But I think there's going to be a story event where you can actually farm them out. So for those of you who did farm out or boost the super attacks of your Gammas from the October summons, y'all are going to be stinging a little bit, because you're going to be watching, if this happens, you're going to be watching other players boost the super attacks of the Gammas using their free-to-play counterparts. Number 6, a superhero category exclusive orb event. Superhero is a category that has yet to be revealed officially with a character, but we've already seen the untranslated asset for superhero in the global data download, which is why the superhero category is going to be happening. But I think that since this is a special celebration for Gohan Piccolo, they will do some sort of an event that caters to those characters and any other characters that we get. Some exclusive skill orb event would be kind of neat. Plus, everyone will have access to it, so everyone will be able to upgrade their units, thereby making it more of a demand to summon and pull the Beast Gohan and the Orange Piccolo. So this would make a lot of sense in terms of financial performance for Dokkan. AGL Gohan, this is the free-to-play SSR. He's going to turn into a Super Saiyan Gohan. Not much of a stretch there. Pan Goes to School, special Dragonstone limited event. I think they'll do something like this because, it's obviously a new celebration, a new movie. So they will do something a little bit more wholesome, where it's like a very basic, wholesome premise where you can get some nice, easy rewards. This seems like a pretty obvious one for them to do. I don't know if it's going to be exactly just like handing out stones. Maybe they do like meat or something like that, but could be something similar to this. New Infinite Dragon Ball History, Dragon Ball Super Superhero Edition makes a lot of sense. With this new celebration, there has to be adequate number of new events, new content for people to be using. So Dragon Ball History for Superhero, cool, I'm fine with that. Gammas being featured on the banners. So I've said this before, I'll say it again. I think the Gammas will be there. It's very likely. It is far more likely than my next guess, which is probably my hottest take ever. And that is the worldwide download Dokkan Festival units will be featured on the banners. Whether or not you agree, that's fine. I needed to make at least one insane hot take because, let's face it, I'm kind of boring when it comes to hot takes. So here's your hot take for me. I think we will be getting Cooler and the AGL Super Saiyans on these two banners. Book it! We got a new Cell Max raid event. Oh, wait, did I? Oops. New Cell Max stage. That's what I meant to say. On Cell Max event. That's what I meant. So we already know that there's going to be a Cell Max raid based on my prediction, but there's going to be a new stage for the Cell Max event where you actually have to bring the Beast Gohan. And then the final one, a little bit of a hot take as well. Toon Rainbow's Beast Gohan in 800 stones. I have seen it. It was in the future. I saw it. It wasn't supposed to, but that's how it's going to happen. So there you have it, folks. Those are my predictions for the upcoming live stream, the upcoming details for Superhero. Once again, it will be dropping tonight at 2 a.m. Pacific on the December 26th. So make sure you guys are there. If you are not able to make it, I will still make a video covering everything that you would have missed. So you will be completely covered. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like down below. Let me know in the comments. What do you think about the upcoming celebration? What is one major thing, one major hot take that you would either think will happen or you would like to see? Give me your whole list of predictions in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe for more Dokkan content in the future and click the notification bell so that you let you know I want to see more of my stuff. Do it. Thanks again. Stay tuned, and always remember to Dokkan responsibly.